Today we're going to look at Appinium through the eyes of Eric Sims, who represents a sales professional. He will use several key functions via Appinium in these two areas we call revenue enablement and people enablement. Eric is a huge user of Salesforce. Like many sales professionals, he is personable but can be stubborn, and of course, he is competitive. Eric conducts outreach to customers and prospects and needs great communications to build and maintain long-term relationships. Ultimately, he's a seller. Eric wants to compete and win. He wants qualified, high-quality leads and is motivated by his earning potential. Eric wants to see buyer engagement in his deals, to see that his sales playbooks are impacting his success, but overall wants to make his quota. So what will you see in the demo? You will see Eric will be using Appinium for learning, whether it is onboarding, product or industry knowledge, or gaining certifications. We will see how he uses Appinium as part of the lead process, as well as the selling process through recommended content and personalized videos to better connect with his prospects. Finally, you will see how Eric can improve by participating in video coaching exercises and having access to examples of what good looks like. So now let's take a peek at his experience.
Eric Sims is your typical sales professional. Your job is to turn him into a high-performing sales professional. But if you truly want to change his behavior and improve performance, you have to keep it contextual where Eric is already spending his time, and that's Salesforce. So right here in the Sales Cloud, you can see Eric. This is where he manages his opportunities, accounts, etc. Right in the flow of this, in the flow of an opportunity, you can see that there's content provided for Eric. So this is related content that somebody's uploaded related to this specific opportunity, whether it's an internal call that you want to record and share, maybe it's a call you already sent to the customer, maybe it's something the customer sent to you. You can keep track of all of that related content, and you can also recommend content. So this is content in Appinium that's recommended based on the details of this opportunity. So based on the competitor, the stage, the industry, the product, it's looking at all that information of the opportunity and recommending content either for me to consume to help me do my job, or that I can send to the customer directly. So I can select one or more videos and I can share those and send those to the customer. So I can choose the users related to this account, related to this opportunity, and I can send those right from here and then track what they do with it. So here I can see what content Kristen has watched, what content Stacy has watched, and now I know how to interact with those customers. I can be notified, so I know as soon as they watch a video, I know if they watch the whole video or if they only watch 9% of it. So now I know how to interact with those customers on the next call. I can also come in and record a personalized video. So if I want to record my screen, whether it's a demo that I want to send to them or a simple thank you message after the call we just got off of, I can record that content, send it, and now have a personalized engagement with that customer right from within the opportunity. And this extends and can be configured across the Sales Cloud. So if I look at an account or a contact or a lead, I have very similar functionality. In this example, you'll see I can not only share it via email, I can also add it to the community. So I'm in this account, Rockstar Photography, and I just want to record a video and add it to the community. They may or may not be notified depending on the settings, but next time they log into that community, they'll see that content that I provided for them. Again, with full tracking of everything that the users are doing with that content across the entire experience. And now if we go back to the home page, where Eric again logs into Salesforce, this is the first thing he sees. You can see there's a lot for me to do here. Manage opportunities, accounts, etc. I can see my key deals. This is all standard Salesforce, but intermixed with that is now Appinium. So here I can see in the last 30 days the content that I've sent and whether or not it's been watched. So now I can go straight to that opportunity or account and send that customer, interact with that customer, take the next step with that customer based on how they're interacting with the emails and the content that I send them. There's also a recommended video for me to consume right here. So this is Nick detailing what a challenger sale method is. So you can push content to your salespeople right on the homepage. You can put leaderboards, which we'll go into more details about. You can have video coaching tasks, which you can have more details about. It's all how you configure the page, but you can do it so right when Eric logs in, he sees everything that he needs to see, he knows where to take actions, and he's engaged and enabled right from the start, right from the homepage. Now, if we switch apps, we have a separate app configured for enablement. This doesn't have to be configured it as a separate app, but that's how we have it here in this example. And this is where Eric can choose to go do all things enablement. So he can see the video coaching tasks that he needs to complete, the traditional learning that's been assigned to him or that's available for him based on what he's working on in Salesforce. So this can be a learning plan or a course or a certification that Eric needs to work through. It could be on-demand bite-sized content. So based on those opportunities and those customers that he's working with, here's some bite-sized content that might be relevant and might help you. He can see the achievements he's already earned, and he can see upcoming classes or seminars in his area or virtual that he can register for. So all those things put together on one page to really enable Eric and improve his performance. If we go through each of those quickly, the video coaching is a place where Eric can come. He can either choose to compete on a challenge, or it can be assigned based on his role, based on what he's working on. But here you can see Eric needs to prove that he knows enterprise selling. So maybe he just got promoted to an enterprise salesperson, and his first step is to prove that he knows what he's doing. So here you can see what's related. There can be a lot of settings around this, around the minimum time and fire drills and all these types of things. Eric can see what he's going to be assessed on. He can see the leaderboard if people had submitted, maybe to see what a good example looks like. And then he can start recording his pitch right from here. And there's a lot that happens on the back end here. So who the assessors are. So maybe it's going to be reviewed by his peers first, and then approved by his manager, and then maybe ultimately approved by sales leadership. So a lot of configuration there in terms of what he's going to be assessed on and who he's going to be assessed by. And after he's submitted his task and those reviews come in, he can track his history. And this shows everything. So all the learning he's completed, the achievements he's acquired, the classes he's attended, the videos he's watched, that's all available here, as well as the video coachings that he's completed. So here, this one was auto-approved, so it was a task that he needed to complete but wasn't necessarily assessed on. But this one, there's an actual assessment for him to review. So he can see the details of it. So this one had a maximum length and a sample video to help him prepare. It also has his manager's review. So he can see he got a 4.83. Here are the details of that scoring. There's even some video feedback for what he can do better next time. So providing that entire experience of not only the submission of the video, but also collecting the feedback so he can improve the next time. And keep in mind, all this data is available in Salesforce. So now you'll be able to see, do the salespeople who perform better on one task or on a specific assessment criteria, do they do better with their sales performance? Do they sell more? Do they hit their quota more often? So now you can start to predict what the important values are, what the important attributes are of a salesperson going forward. Now, if we go back to the home page, we can see that additional learning that was provided for Eric. And this might be bite-sized, or it might be a full course that Eric needs to progress through. Either way, it's relevant based on who Eric is, based on who he is in Salesforce, and what he's working on in Salesforce. So you can see this might be a new product line that Eric is selling. So here's the onboarding plan for that product line. And this can be videos or e-learning or tasks that they need to complete or quizzes that they need to pass to ultimately earn that certificate. So providing that traditional LMS training experience, but natively in Salesforce so that Eric has that cohesive experience. There's a lot more here. There's catalogs that Eric can browse. There's that YouTube style experience where Eric can start to look for videos and content that's relevant. There are upcoming events that Eric can sign up for, whether that be in person or online. So there's a lot here for Eric to do. Again, this is just one way it can be configured, but the key is that it's all in Salesforce. So what Eric is working on and who he is, he's now getting that relevant content when and where he needs it. And from a reporting and insights perspective, that all sits side by side with the Salesforce data. So do the people who go through onboarding for this product sell more of this product? Do the people who perform well on a video coaching task, are they higher performers? Do the people who earn certificates, do they stay at the company longer? Whatever those KPIs are for you that are meaningful, you can now relate how they're engaging with content, how they're selling, how they're performing. You can relate all of those things to truly predict and drive behavior.